David Fudge, and I'm from Sun City, West Arizona.
Tom Sharp, and I'm from Oakland, California.
My name is Lita Dukeshire, and I am from Yarmouth, Nova Scotia, Canada.
My name is Verhaering Ovaje, and I'm from Dominican Republic.
My name is David, and I'm from Sydney, Australia.
I'm retired, but I was a biomedical engineer designing medical equipment.
I was working for a pharmaceutical company.
I'm a commissioned sales rep in the tire industry, selling tires.
I work for the U.S. Border Patrol, and I still am employed there. I've got about 3 years before I retire.
I practiced dentistry for 47 years.
And day trading is something I want to learn how to do, and I haven't found a good mentor or a good training program to kind of help me along the way. So when I found CTU, I thought this is definitely the place I wanted to jump in on.
The chat room is just incredible, the support that you get from other team members that help you to identify stocks that may be moving or that are really looking good for trades.
There's a lot of the people that I've met here, the instructors and the other students too.
Fausto and the team really took their time with me.
They put their money where their mouth is. They get the results. You can actually see them make the actual trades instead of just teaching theory and leaving it to you to work out in the real world.
It's a very well-organized program. It's logically oriented for me. And being in the chat room, there are a lot of good people, and I've gotten to know a few online, and then here I've gotten to know several more.
I think I just saw Fausto on a webinar somewhere one day, and I was impressed, and so I decided to check it out.
Here you are.
Experience with Fausto.
Fausto's been really helpful, really nice, and I think the team he has around him makes it, really, really easy.
That I realized how much he really cares about his students learning. It wasn't something like that he's just trying to get you a part of his team. It's much deeper than that.
Amazing guy. Met him on, I remember hearing his first live video, and he has a lot of charisma, and he's genuine, how he sounds online. And
I feel that he has a genuine interest in people and a sincere desire to see us grow and prosper.
Now that I met him, see the humble he is, I see him as a very great man and mentor to follow into this field.
At CyberGroup University, one of the biggest things that really always concerned me is I was you over 20 years ago, and what I needed more than anything was support. I need to learn, and I need someone to hold my hand. Well, one of the big things we're very big on is we're very big on support, and all the staff at CyberGroup University is very, very well educated and trained how to trade the market. So when you call us, you're going to be talking to an education advisor or an instructor, and you're going to see how much we really care about your trading. A lot of people, really don't look at you not only as a student, but we look at you as a family member, because trading is a family.
Or I certainly feel like I'm included as part of a family, if you will, right?
It's just a family feeling. They're taking care of you.
We will always be there. We were one of the very first people who pioneered webinar technology when it first came out in the late 90s. When you log into our website, you're going to see that we have courses, recordings. We have it going through step 1, step 2, step 3, from beginners to advanced students. And you could come back and take the class as many times you want for free. 70% of our training courses are live, and we train you live in the market. So you're not just reading out of a textbook. It's like a different adventure. It's just a different course, because different movements in the market, different situations happen all the time, but it's the same game. And that's what teaches you how to trade in today's volatility at CyberGroup University.
New York City, the site of the International Traders Expo.
And I like to show people when I start trading live, because it gets them to feel the look and feel of what it's like to be in that race.
In the competition, our camera focuses on Pugliese, who, despite all the options available to modern day traders, is concentrating on common traditional stocks.
I have. I already did 2 trades already.
The session starts with Fausto fishing for active stocks. Soon, it will be the last half hour of the market day in New York, almost always the most active part of a short-term trader's day.
I'm scanning through my top 20 list. My top 20 list is all percentage gainers and losers. I'm trying to find a stock that has some good volatility. I'm trying to find some stocks. I mean, I don't care what they do. I don't care if they're going bankrupt or whatever.
Fausto finds his first big move, United Airlines. He buys, and it dips. He sells, and it dips even lower.
You got to know where those dominated brokerage firms are. You got to know where they're buying it. You need to know where they're selling it. You need to know who the big boy in that stock is. A lot of people think it's just as easy as just, let me just trade a brand name stock and, because it's, Intel or Google, and that's something that you don't want to do.
All right, everybody. Welcome. My name is Fausto Pugliese, president and founder of Cyber Trading University. Let me just get a little quick audio check. If everybody can hear me loud and clear, just give me a chat back, please. All right, good. Looks like everybody can hear loud and clear. Excellent. All right, then. With that, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, thanks for taking the opportunity to be here in the middle of the day. Hopefully, everyone had an exciting market. A lot of great news has been coming out of the market. Market's doing great, but overall, you'd be amazed how many people are trading completely backwards. And I'm here going to teach you that trading, it's not a full-time job. It's a part-time job. In any type of condition, if it's bad conditions, good conditions, flat conditions. But we're here for one reason and one reason only, because you basically came to your senses that you don't want to probably work for somebody. You're sick and tired of dealing with employees. You might worried about your job being replaced. Social Security is not paying enough. Maybe you want to take matters in your own hands because your money manager or your broker is just charging you too much money. So it's time to go out there and learn how to do it as a part-time basis. Now, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to I don't want to bore you with this, but I want you to kind of understand who I am and why I should be your mentor, because you got to remember, to be a very successful trader, you need a good mentor and you got to work for a really good company. Okay. And that is how I got to where I am today. Because when I started, ladies and gentlemen, I was you 25 years ago. Now, I'm not that old. I'm going to be 47, but I started when I was 22 years old. And how I got into this industry was living in New York, the financial capital of the world. I blew up about 3 accounts, and I'll tell you why. For ignorance. I got myself in trouble because I surrounded myself with 6 monitors, thought because I had a Series 7 license and I could go out there and, I could figure out my own. And let me tell you something, it is a totally different ball game. What I've learned, and then eventually I raised the white flag and I took a job, and I'll tell you, I went out there working for some of the best traders in the industry. That's basically what I've done. So basically, what I'm looking to do, everyone here, is I want to tell you how brokerage firms trade against you. I want to talk about why you should take matters in your own hands. And also, I want all of you to realize why you all should come and be part of the Cyber Trading University family. If you're sick and tired, listen to other people telling you what to do. Well, it's time to figure it out on your own. So what you're about to learn today, ladies and gentlemen, is I can't teach you how to trade in an hour, okay? But this is what I'm looking to do in an hour. I'm looking to find some serious traders that want to do this for a living, that don't want to work full-time, that are looking to make 6-figure salaries. Now, I know that sounds pretty ridiculous, and I know that's what everybody wants, but you'd be amazed how many people out there that are ignorant enough. That's 99% of the people that trade today are self-taught. And I'm telling you right now, ladies and gentlemen, you think it's easy? You think you want to go out there and do it? You think education's expensive? Try ignorance. Listen, great traders never stop learning. And, you can see from the photograph right here, these are a couple of the on-sites that I've done. You can see we got people that just, everyday people just like you. Grandmas, grandpas, business owners, cowboys, border control people, IT, kids coming out of college. I mean, everyday people that want to learn, but they want to learn from the right people. Now, why do I trade? Well, I'm here to trade just like you guys are here to trade. I want to spend more time with my family. I want a job that I could have more freedom to come and go whenever I please. I could do this anywhere in the world. Even when I do my webinars. I mean, I'm here right now doing a webinar. I don't have to go do it in an office. I can do it anywhere. But it's not like you have to physically be there anymore. But having a good job is paying a good salary. And let me tell you something. What you're about to learn is you're going to realize that this is the best job in the world. And if you're not doing it, you better start listening carefully, because I'm going to really change your outcome of how do you look at trading. Now, why do I teach? Okay, because this is what people always ask. For some of you, you've probably done your homework. Okay, and by the way, if you didn't, I would think that wouldn't be too wise in your part. But the reason why I teach is because the way I make money is why I'm here. I'm here to make money, not with you, not against you. Okay. And I'm going to talk about that next, how other schools and other brokerage firms, how they trade against you. All right. Now, remember one very important thing. I've been doing this for 25 years. I'm the longest running educational school in the industry. Okay. And not only that, but there's a lot of schools out there that are graduates from Cyber Trading University. A lot of the things that you're seeing, how we're teaching, a lot of them were our students. A lot of them were our instructors. And there's a reason why they started Cyber Trading University, because the reason is not to go out there and start your own school. It's to go out there and make money with you. You see, I am here, like I said, to recruit traders. All right. I'm not here to make money off you. I'm not here to, tell you why I'm the best and brag about how much money I made today and sell all of you, giving you a free iPad because you guys logged in. And guys, you know what? Go buy your own iPad. Go buy your own computer. Go buy your own car. Okay. I don't need to give you anything. You know what I'm going to give you? The knowledge of a career that you've been dying to learn. But the only way you're going to be part of Cyber Trading University, because let me tell you something, it's not about you picking us, it's us picking you. All right. We're not in the school of telling you, oh yeah, we're here to recruit traders, but we want to make sure that you're capable of doing this. Okay. But to do that, you have to be serious. And I'm very serious how I trade. And I'm here to teach you guys of all the mistakes that a lot of you do. And if this is what you want to do, then let me tell you something. I will go over and beyond to teach you guys how to do it, because if you become a good trader, you're going to make me a lot of money in trading. So, question. Can everyone tell me what kind of trader are you? So anyway, let's do a quick poll question. I got a little, I always like these little polls that we got up here. So basically, tell me if you're a stock trader, options trader, futures, forex. I don't know. You see a little primary poll come up there? Just let me know what kind of trader you guys are. Stock traders, options. Okay, we got a lot of stock traders, about 44%. A lot of options traders too. Wow, look at that. We're out. Wow, look at options are outbeating the stock traders. Nobody's an investor, it looks like, which is, it's funny. I always throw it out there. It's always these zeros. All right, so let me just tell you something, guys. All right, I am a day trader. Okay. Now, the reason why I'm a day trader is because most traders on Wall Street are day trading. They're getting in and out the same day. They're trading order flow. That's all they're doing. They're making a day's pay. And not only that, you can go to sleep at night. And you know what? You know exactly what you made at the end of the day. How many of you guys here have a profit in a trade? You know, it's funny. I was talking to someone earlier. He was telling me how well he was doing. And he goes, oh, yeah, I'm making 100 grand, a year and this and that. I'm like, really? Did you take the profit? He goes, soon as he said, that means he had to think. I says, listen, send me your reports. Let me look at them. I want to see how many profits you took. because right now, all of them, remember, because you didn't make any money until you sell the stock. You know, day trading, we make our day's pay, and that's it. Now, I do some swing trading. I do some options. But to be a good options trader, how do you know what options to trade if you don't know which stock's moving? And you know what? Swing trading is very risky. You're holding positions overnight. And anything can happen overnight. And believe me, you've seen what happened. Don't tell me you guys have never witnessed it. All right? So, being a day trader, you know, you don't have a profit until you sell, Bruce is saying. You're absolutely right. You're right. And you know what? You didn't take, and that's what we'll get. That's why I like day trading. I know exactly what I made at the end of the day. All right. Now, let's talk about, before I get into the education part of it, let me tell you what brokerage firms do not want to tell you, and what other schools and other trading rooms do not want to tell you, and what you have to be very cautious. Now, listen, to be a good trader, you have to be very, very skeptical, okay? And I am here to educate you guys, to make you realize where you have to be very, very careful on what to do before you get yourself involved with a brokerage firm or get yourself involved with another school or another trading room. But let's start with the brokerage firms, because that right there is the biggest failure rate, which is about 50% of the failure rate right there. You see, everyone out there, the big thing they always want to look for is cheap tickets. Now, I'm just telling you right now, guys, if you're looking for a cheap ticket, if you're looking for something for free, do yourself a favor, just close your brokerage account and log right out now, because I'm not looking for free people, and I'm not looking for people that want cheap ticket charges. You know, the only thing that's free is the cheese in the mouse trap. We all know what happened to the mouse. Listen, you want to go out there and you want to compete to make money. Well, you can't race the Indy 500 with a Ford Pinto, okay? You got to have the right team, and you got to have the right car. And when it comes to trading, there's two different types of brokers. There are the online brokers, which is the Ford Pinto, and then there's the direct access brokers, which is like, your Michael Schumacher of Formula One. You got to have the Ferrari of racing. So what's the big difference? Very big difference. One's like dealing with public transportation. The other one's like driving your own car, And, but the thing is, when you join our trading room, I'm going to invite all of you guys to come in, and you'll see what a direct access system looks like. You'll see how you can get in and out of it and watch big orders, and seeing, how market makers will do high frequency trades and how brokerage firms trade against you. But you're not going to see it with an online broker. All right. And let me just tell you how they do it. Does any of you guys know what payment for order flow means? Anybody ever hear of it? Heard about it? No? No one here? 1, 2? Okay. All right. Well, listen, it's about 70, 80% of the profit. Okay. And I'm just going to go through this really quick. Here's your order up on top. And what's happening is your brokerage firm is basically, you're sending them an email basically. And the brokerage firm, what they're doing is they're trading against you. So what they're doing is they're buying it on the bid. Well, not even that. That's at the end. I'm sorry. First, they're going to check and see if they could sell it to another brokerage firm and get paid for it. Okay. If they can't get paid for it from another brokerage firm, that's what payment order flow means. Then it goes to the market maker, the trading department. It goes through an order routing system. They're going to see if they have stock and inventory, because they want to sell their inventory first. If they don't have it, the trading desk has direct access. They're going to buy it on the bid, sell to you in the offer, give you that $4.95 whoopee ticket charge, and your order gets executed. Now, listen, online brokers are getting a little bit quicker, with their executions. But what they're doing now is they're not even selling that much on payment order flow. They're just basically betting against you. They know that 80% of the people fail. Okay. That's being conservative. Could you imagine this, guys? There's almost 200 people in here. Okay. Out of the 200, right? Think about this. Out of 200, 160 of you are going to blow up your accounts. How many of you here are looking forward to be only a 20% survival rate? Okay? 20%. You really think you're going to beat Goldman Sachs? Do you really think you're going to beat Shearson Lehman? Do you really think you're going to beat the high frequency trades or the dark pools? You think you're going to beat Schwab? Come on, guys, wake up. Traders are trading against you. Okay? So that's the first mistake that people make, is because brokerage firms will give you the wrong tools. They won't give you level 3, which we're going to talk about. They're not going to give you a direct access system because you're going to know what they're doing. They can't take the bet. They actually have to. You're going to execute what's really out there in the market. You're going to compete against the top traders in the industry. So where is the excitement out of that? Now, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, there's another big flaw out there. Does anyone here trade with any other schools, any other trading rooms? Anybody here trade with any trading rooms? Yes, no, you know, anyone have like a main guy that's in there and you're trading with him? Wow, a lot of you. Look at that. Okay. All right. Wow, there's a lot of you that are not. Okay, good. All right, so let me tell you, is a good one for interactive brokers, Mark. I don't trade with interactive brokers. I can't really give you a feedback on that. All right, so let me tell you what other schools do that we do not do here in Cyber Trading University. Okay, and you're going to see the professionalism of what we do. Now, been there. He was a crook, Larry's saying. Okay. Sorry to hear that, Larry, but, you know, I'm glad that you're still here, and hopefully, you know, please don't hold it against us. You know, what happened to the past. Okay. Let's move on and focus on you know, how we could, obviously, I know a lot of you guys have been going out there looking, and, you know, maybe some of you got involved with the wrong people and stuff. And I know that. And that's why I'm going to go out of a limb right now, and I'm going to expose a lot of schools, what they're doing. Okay. Now, listen to me carefully. I've been doing this for 25 years. Okay. When I started, you had to be licensed as a trader. And what that means is that the SEC has jurisdiction over you on what you can say and what you could do. For somebody to give you recommendations, they have to be registered, okay, as a consultant. If they're not, legally, you cannot do that, okay? If you look around the internet, you'll see that there's a lot of people that have been fined and been shut down because of it, all right? And I'll tell you what they're doing. What they're doing is they're getting, if you're in a room with like hundreds of people, what they're doing is something called front running. Does anybody know what front running is? Anybody know what the word front running? So basically what they do is they have all these traders in the room, and they'll trade a stock, usually something not as liquid. They'll go out there, they'll buy it, and then they'll get the whole room to buy it, which will run the stock up, which will help that trader to get out of the position. So basically what he's doing, he's building a big following. He's getting in the position. And as soon as he gets in the position, he makes everybody else get in the position, which are going to run up the stock, and he ends up selling it to you, and he's making money in and out of the position. Okay. How do I know that? Because I see people do it all day long. Now, anybody feel that you're involved with somebody, like you look at it like, wow, look at this guy. He's the only guy in the room. And you know, he's such a great trader. He's always making money, but he's never losing money, you know? And it's so funny, but when he calls it out, it's like he's already in it. Like, what is that? Do you ever feel like that? You feel like you're always like behind the 8 ball at all times? Okay. Well, let me tell you, you deserve better than that. And you deserve not to be involved with schools like that. But hopefully, you know, and that's some of the things that you have to be very, very careful. So what makes Cyber Trading University different is this. I don't tell you what to buy. I don't tell you what to sell. I teach you how to figure it out on your own. And you're all going to go out there, and you're going to come and join Cyber Trading University, and I'm going to introduce you to the students of Cyber Trading University who technically all are trading with you. They're the team. You see, our job here at Cyber Trading University is to teach you how to play the game, not play for you. And that is something that you guys have to be very, very careful when it comes to trading. So there's two big reasons why people fail. Number one, they have the wrong brokerage account and they want to be self-taught. And number two, the ones that know they want to be educated are getting involved with groups that are front running against you. And that's basically, you know, the Cyber Trading University angle that we do not do, and what you have to be very, very careful of. So now let me tell you now we're going to teach you how to trade on your own without us telling you what to buy and what to sell, other than you figure it out on your own. I know a lot of you here probably followed us on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook, or maybe have seen me at one of the challenges and, you know, and competed against some of the other schools and everything, or maybe at an expo or another webinar. But let me tell you something. Guys, if I got you in a stock, okay, at $10 and the stock goes to 40, let's say you made, I don't know, maybe $6 on the trade. All right. Would you pay me a commission? Would you, you know, because think about it. Where would you find this stock? How did you find it? By the way, did anyone trade the stock IMTE? Did anybody find it? Anyone saw what happened? You know how many people have never heard of this stock and don't know where it came from? And, you know, and why it went up? Listen, how do CTU students find stocks like IMTE up 16% in one day? Well, what we do and what I'm offering all of you guys is this. Like I told you, we are the original trading room that started 25 years ago. Everything else out there, ladies and gentlemen, companies have copied us, and it's great. You know, it's flattering. You know, but this is the original trading room that I'm going to invite all of you into. And the way we make our money, ladies and gentlemen, is the biggest strategy that we teach is trading in pre-market. How many of you here have access to pre-market trading? How many of you guys here can get in and out of positions and see what's happening in the pre-market? Well, all of you are going to be invited to see, because you know what? We start trading an hour and a half before the market opens up. You wish you were able to get into a position before the market opened up. You know, Richard, not you. I know a lot of us aren't. And you got to ask yourself a question, Rich. Who trained you, right? How did you learn? You know, and why did a brokerage firm not give you access to it? Because they don't want to give you access to it. So we run a trading room that starts early in the morning, and we go from 8 o'clock in the morning to 4:30 in the afternoon. And you'll find stocks like IMTE that goes from $5 to 45 in 2 days. And you can meet guys like Andrea making $4, you know, 30. And listen, even on 100 shares, that's still $400. You know, Ron made $7. Todd made $1. Mary didn't make that much, made 30 cents. It's all about making money together like a team. It's not about Fausto. This is not the Fausto show. I'm not here to brag how much money I made, okay? I don't need your money. I need to train people to learn the trade like me so you could help me make money so I could help you. So how do we know these stocks were going up or going down? All right, so now we're going to get into learning how to trade in finding by having the right tools. Hunter, listen, can I ask you a question? Do you know, Hunter says, I can't trade options in pre-market. Hunter, first of all, why are you trading options? Okay. If you don't know what stock's moving, how do you know what options to trade? You know, the only one that people that make money in options is the 90% failure rate. You know who the 90% winners are? The guy that's selling the option. That means he owns the stock. Now, granted, listen, there's great ways of leveraging through options, but that's not first protocol. Okay, that's the last protocol. Now let's talk about the tools. All right, so these are the tools that we need to come for trading. You need a real-time 1-minute chart. You need a percentage gainers and losers. You need a time and sales. You need level 3 and a level 2 screen. Now that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Now I'm just curious. Let's have a little fun really quick right here. Could everyone just put in the chat room? Could you tell me how many of those tools are you trading with right now? 5 of them? 1 of them? 0? Once again, real-time intraday charts, real-time percentage gainers and losers, real-time time and sales, real-time level 3. How many of you guys here are using it? Chuck says only has 2 of them, 2 out of the 5. Pete has All Trade Station, great platform. Bruce says 2. 2. Wow, that's pretty substantial. What are you guys missing? Dan has 3. Gunter has 3. Mark has 4. What are you guys missing? Richard says, I don't trade intraday. Well, hopefully, Richard, I'm glad that you don't, because probably no one ever taught you what it's all about. But depending on what kind of trade you are, Richard, you have to learn how to intraday to understand how to swing trade and trade options. Don has 0. Level 3 you're missing, Dan. Gunter's missing level 3. Okay, so that's usually the popular one that everybody's missing. So let's get right into what level 3 is all about. Following the smart money, okay? Now, if you had the opportunity to be a fly in the shoulder of Goldman Sachs, Smith Barney, Morgan Stanley, Merrill Lynch, you'll notice that they trade off something called level 3. Now, what is that level 3 platform? Well, level 3 is going to show you where all the buyers and all the sellers are. So let's talk about all the 3 different levels. There's 3 levels, level 1, 2, and 3. So let me explain to you in a little detail what they are. Level 1 is only telling you what the quote of the stock is at. Level 2 is telling you who's buying it at the level 1 price. Level 3 is showing you all the buyers and at what price and at how amount of shares they want to buy it there, including high frequency trades, mutual funds, you know, everything that's on the street. What's going on, every order that's out there, you're seeing in level 3. You can't see it in level 1. You can't see it in level 2. You could only see it on level 3. Now, if you notice in the chat, most of you are saying you don't have level 3 quotes. Why is that? You know why? Because it costs money. Okay? Is anyone here have a problem investing a little money in their business? How about $15? Think about it. If you could actually see where 70% of the volume is, would you pay $15 for it? Would you pay 15 bucks? But then you get people that says, "Oh, but I get level 2 for free." Listen, my father taught me a very valuable lesson a long time ago, and I was a little stubborn at 22 years old. He says, "Son, you don't want anything for free. You just want a good deal." Okay? There's nothing for free in this world. Nobody works for free. Okay? Nobody. You know what? Not even your local politician are working for free. They should, right? After all the money they make. No, even that, they refuse. I still want my salary. I still want my pension. Listen, only time I work for free is help coaching my son's, baseball team or soccer. Or my church. Other than that, the government doesn't work for free. They still want their taxes. I got to live in my house. Listen, I don't have a problem paying taxes. I get a good school district. My kids get a great education. I got good police department. That's what you're paying for, right? So, guys, getting involved in this business, you need to spend money. Do now NASDAQ, but don't know how to use it, Dan says. Well, Dan, I'm going to talk a little bit about that right now, okay? So basically, let's talk about how do we utilize level 3. So here's NASDAQ's book viewer, okay? And you'll notice these are orders. These are buy orders right here. And you got the market maker MPID as market participant ID. This is the shares that he wants to buy of the market maker. And this is the bid price. Now, how do we utilize this is this. We look for big orders. Now, the level 1 quote is $15.85. That guy wants to buy 2,000 shares. But the level 1 doesn't show me the 31,000 share buyer at $15.78. And when you look at a stock, you look at the chart right here, you see how the stock went from $16.50, went all the way down to $15.80, and it went right back up. Now, why did the stock go up? It went up because there was a big buyer out there. Duh, you know? Read between the lines, guys. How do stocks go up and go down? Supply and demand. So what do we have? We do have a demand at $15.84, but for 2,000 shares. We do got a demand at $15.83, 200 shares. We do got a demand at $15.81. I mean, there's buyers everywhere, guys. But the significant buyer is sitting at $15.78. So, Hitesh, the difference between level 2 and level 3 is about 20 times more data. And without the data, you're trading blind. Here's another example. Micron Technologies. The stock goes from 51 all the way up to about 945, stops right here around $52 and goes right back down to 51.60. Now, why did the stock stop at 52? Why not 51? Why not 53? Where and how could we have known that resistance levels was at 52? Well, when you look at the level 3, you'll notice there's a 41,000 share seller at 52. Think about it. Who could influence the stock more? The seller at 1,900 shares, the seller at 5,000, or the guy at 41,000? How many shares do you guys trade? Everybody? How many shares do you all trade here? 100, 1,000? Anybody here trading $2 million worth of stock? Yeah, I want 40,000 shares of Micron Technologies. Dan says 100 to 300. You see, so Dan and everybody else, think about this a second. Who would you trust more? You, that's buying 100 shares, or the guy selling the 41,000? You know? So Jerry, so you're telling me, so Jerry trades 10,000 share positions. So Jerry will trade, you know, that's pretty impressive. So you'll trade a $500,000 worth of stock. That's great. You know, it's only numbers, right, Jerry? Once you get good at 100, 10,000 is the same exact thing. So, question, guys. Is this stock going up? So I'm going to do a quick poll question. And let's see how all of you guys answer this question. Looking at the chart, click on the poll and let me know. Do you think the stock's going up or down? All right, looks like we're getting a lot of downs. Few of you say it's going up. Okay. All right, we're almost tied. Wow, look at that. Okay, so some of you saying up, a lot of you saying 56 up, 42 says down. Okay. So let's reset this poll. And looking at the trend of the stock is going down. Okay, you can see the trend's going down right there. And how do we know if the stock's going to continue to go down? Well, stocks always don't go down. Oh, Cole. Oh, yeah, we know. Cole says, no one knows. Cole, let me ask you a question. Who trained you? Just out of curiosity. Are you self-taught, or you went, do you have a mentor? Did you pay for any courses, Cole? Because here at CyberTrain University, nobody guarantees knows, but we have a little bit of a game plan to know where the direction's going. And one of the things is right there. 28,000 share buyer at 1750. Okay? So you got buyers everywhere, 1,000, 600, 1,900. But soon as you get, look at this, soon as you get right around $17.52, 6,000, 1751, 4,800, boom, 28,000. Then when you get to 49, there's no share. So that right there, between 52 to 50, you're talking literally almost 30,000, 40,000 shares are going to be bought up there. Okay? So what do you think the stock's going to do? Goes right up. And look what happened here. 1750 support, stock came down, and look what happened. When it hit that 50, now it's up to 1820. What do? Follow the money. Now, let me ask you something, guys. Did I need to tell you that BBBY was going up? Did you need me to go in my trading room and says, hey, BBBY is going up? Or you could have figured it out on your own. You see, remember what I told you earlier. Other trading rooms, if they're telling you what to buy and sell, that means a lot of them are probably front running, right? But for you to go out there and learn it yourself and figure it out on your own and work with a team of traders that speak the same language, you don't need Fausto to tell you that. You know what we need Fausto for? To teach you how to play the game. And that's why we've been in business for 25 years. We teach you how to follow the money. All right, everybody. So looking at this stock right here, where is the resistance level on Pandora? Where do you guys think the resistance level is? We're looking at a level 3 quote. You're going to be one of us. You're going to be one of my traders in the room. And I might be, coaching a student, and some of you guys are trading Pandora right now. So by me being working with my staff, where's the resistance levels? Well, if you read the question properly, if you said $7.15, you're right. That's a support. I said where the resistance level is. Support level is on the buy side. Resistance levels are on the sell side. And if you said 1725, guess what? You're right. Now, question, did you need a chart to tell you that? Did you need a chart to tell you? Now looking at Pandora from 10:30 until 2 o'clock. It's coincidental. The stock had a tough time to break $7.25. Did you need a Fibonacci indicator to tell you that? Did you need a moving average to tell you that? Did you need, a, I don't know, whatever 1,000 indicators to tell you that? No. What you need to tell you that is following the money. And look what ended up happening. Pandora bounced off resistance. And if you didn't see that order at $7.25, look where it is now, $6.85. How many of you here bought a stock, and as soon as you bought it, the thing goes down? How many times have you sold a stock, and as soon as you sold it, it goes up? Well, maybe because you're following the wrong indicators. Maybe because you're second guessing. Or maybe maybe no one taught you right. Richard, you know what? Double tops, triple bottoms, teacup rules, hands. I know all that stuff. Okay, Rich, that doesn't make you money. What makes you money is following the money. That's how you make money. What makes you money is figure it out on your own. Just need Hunter's Trade says just need him not to pull his trade. Does that happen very often? Hunter, listen, you could cancel your order. And by the way, that 18,000 shares, that could be made of more of one stock, more than one order. Could be 10 different companies out there. Could be all of us in this room putting 100 shares apiece. You know, we all have different spin on the stock, but that is where the education comes in. You see, it looks pretty easy right now. Now you're probably like, oh, I don't need Fausto anymore. He just told me his secret sauce. Are you kidding me? I just got you enough to be dangerous. Okay? But what you came up with, Hunter, is exactly right. How do you know that? How do you know that guy's not going to cancel? How do you know the guy got executed? Did you use time and sales? Who is the guy? Did you know that? That's what we teach you. Karish says, hey, Fausto, when would you see that big seller? At what time before 1:30 would you known that big seller came in? Kirsch, absolutely. See, now that is a good question that you're going to see in my trading room. But Kirsch, wouldn't it be great that you were able to figure it out on your own? You didn't need Fausto to tell you that. You didn't need me to tell you, hey, buy Pandora, it's going up. Because guess what? That 16, you ever thought maybe that 18,000 share seller is me? And I'm just using you guys to front run so you could buy and get me out? You ever thought of that? That is what makes us been doing this for 25 years, not 25 months. What about iceberg orders, Wiener? We didn't get to that, okay? So basically, that's the next slide. So I invented a word 20 years ago. And, you know, when I took my Series 7, they used to call it block orders. Anything over 5,000 is a block order. And I says, well, we see orders at 10, 20, 50,000 shares. So we call them, I end up calling them iceberg orders. Now it seems like everyone's coming out with ice, you know, using our lingo, iceberg orders. So an iceberg order basically is a big, big block order. And the reason why we call it an iceberg order is because everyone, all the amateurs, all the uneducated, all the freebies that have level 1 and don't have the right tools, they only see what's on top of the water. All my students that we train our trading room that have level 3, we see what's at the bottom of the water. And you could see it's not what's on top that can cause an iceberg. It's what's on the bottom. Because you know, when that didn't work too well for the Titanic. May I ask, does level 3 work for futures markets? Okay, Cole, listen, I don't teach futures. And if you want to learn about futures, listen, I'm going to give you my personal email address. And this goes for anybody. There's only 2 people, Cole, that I know that are very good futures traders. And if you want to learn options too, I know somebody else that's pretty good. Not everyone out there really knows how to trade those markets. So if you send me an email and I'll send you who I recommend. But it doesn't mean that you still can't trade stocks. Listen, just because you were raised, you know, to start off with futures doesn't mean you could change. Hey, listen, we buy a house and we move to different towns all the time. You know, it's like, oh, but I'm already here. You know, I already settled in. Hey, you know what? It's a business decision sometimes. It's not a personal issue. Hunter, I thought those were executed via ECN so they could just print orders, post executions already done. Once again, Hunter, who trained you? That is completely false. Actually, Hunter, I was actually one of the developers who built ECNs. Do you even know what ECN stands for? Do you even know who actually was the first ECN? This is what I teach you. You got to understand the system, how it works, Hunter, before you actually go out there. And you got some great questions. So, Hunter, I really expect at the end of this presentation, you're gonna come and join the trading room and see the real truth about and have all those questions answered to do it right. Pia's question: does your account do you account for dark pools orders that show up 4 to 24 hours late? Peter, you know, for another thing, I'm not trying to insult anybody, but who taught you about dark pools? Okay, do you even know what a dark pool is? You know, I hear, you know, it is funny that there's this person out there that brags about she's the dark pool person, and she's listen. A dark pool is basically a brokerage firm crossing a trade in his own account. That's what a dark pool is. You think that's going to make up of all the orders that are out there? Believe me, if you're worrying about dark pools, you're in the wrong business. Listen, if anyone's worried about anything, why would you be in that business? You understand? But when you have somebody like us that is going to expose it and train you what to look out for, it's actually a benefit, not a negative. Like one of you just mentioned, like, oh, what about the people that hide orders or cancel it? Or, oh, yeah, I heard about these fake orders. I'm like, really? Fake? You think it's fake? How about you go, let's come and join my room. Let's execute it. And let's see how fake it is. Let me know if you get executed or not of that big block order and get you stuck with about $2 million worth of stock if you think it's so fake. Listen, guys, I love trading. And I've done very, very well in my lifetime. But the only reason why I'm good at what I do is because when I started, which I forgot to mention to you earlier, the reason why I left my firm is because I didn't like splitting the profit anymore and making them rich. But you know what? They deserve every penny of that 50% profit they took from me. And let me tell you something, they made millions from me. And guess what? If I taught you how to make $1 million, would you pay me a couple of $100,000 in commission? Or something? It's money that you didn't have, right? If I taught you how to make 100,000, would you pay me 10 grand to teach you how to do it? It's 100,000 you don't have, right? So for me to move on and and lose that what's that word I'm looking for? That lose the biggest asset that helped me make so much money. I needed to start a trading room because my mentors taught me, and they says, Fausto, you lead this company right now. The only way you're going to be successful is you got to train people to trade like you. And that's how Cyber Trading University is born. So when you want to sit down and ask, if you're such a great trader, why you teach? The only reason why I'm good and why do I teach? Because I teach people like you so you can help me make money, because it's a team effort. And if you're sitting there following somebody and making and looking up to that person and waiting for him to tell you what the next, holy grail stock that's out there, guess what? You might be involved in a scammer that is just front running you. And that's the memo. But if you want to find out more about level 3, here at Cyber Trading University, we'll give you access to our portal, and we have some really, really good detailed examples of what level 3 is. Kenneth, I teach time, by the way, Kenneth, did you find me on Thinkorswim? Because I've been doing education for Thinkorswim for about 10 years now. Great platform, great company. You're right. They don't have level 3, but when you come join the trading room, I'll tell you where you can get it. But I don't want anybody to buy it without me showing you how to use it. I can make it just as dangerous, not knowing at all. I'm teaching you just enough to be dangerous. But you do need it, and you want to see it live in the trading room and how we utilize it, okay? All right. Now, getting back to all the things about trading, about time and sales and getting confirmations. Listen, you know how many people neglect using time and sales? Like one of you just asked me, how do you know those orders got executed? Through time and sales. And not only that, but it also tells us the direction of the stock is going. Did you guys know, and this is funny, but so many people don't teach this. Did you know that charts get its data from time and sales? Think about it. If you just knew what the stock was doing before the indicator knew it, you'd be one step ahead of everyone else. Listen, you want a 5-minute chart? No problem. You're 5 minutes behind. You want a 200 moving average? Great, no problem. You're 200 moving moments behind. You want to follow the money? You be a Cyber Trading University trader. Because when you see a lot of greens in time and sales, green, 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 green. Oh, look at this, 46,000 share buyer. Green, 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 30, 30, 30. Look what the stock is doing. John B made 32 cents on Twitter. Steve B, 51 cents. Fernando got stopped out, only made $1.54. Come on, guys. Did you need an indicator to tell you that? But it seems like everybody, that's the next biggest mistake that people want to learn. They're like, oh, what indicator do you use? You know how many indicators are out there? You know, listen, shadow the market makers and follow the smart money. That's all you have to do. But unfortunately, everybody thinks you have to learn about indicators. Now, indicators, listen, I'm not here to bash them. I know you guys spent a lot of money, a lot of time on them, and they work good for swing trading or investing, but it doesn't work for active traders. We actually don't use any indicators. Yeah, Richard, you're right. It's a big mess, right? It's a big mess. And you know what's so funny? Everybody comes out with an indicator, and everybody comes out and says, oh, I look at indicators like restaurants, you know, like, oh, I make it the best of food. My indicator is the best. I mean, come on, guys. You know, teach me how to cook it. I don't need you to show me. Just you know, if I like it, teach me how to cook it. But everyone thinks that their indicator is better than everyone else. But no one teaches you to just follow the money. That's what separates us from everyone else in the industry. So did you need indicators to tell you, you know, that there's no sellers out there? You know, I mean, or buyers? You just have to look at the money. Follow the orders. It's all you have to do. Now, guys, listen. It's time to stop pretending and getting confused and, you know, start pretending or, you know, competing against a league that you really don't have any shot of doing. It's time to start going out there about trading. Well, listen, you know, Richard, let's not get political here, okay? But now you bring it up. Listen, well, maybe it's not a good example because with the FBI, but listen, every FBI agent, you just follow the money. Listen, if you're a business owner and, you know, you just, you know, and you're trying to calculate what product is selling more than the other, you just follow the money. That's all it is. You don't take things personal. It's like, I don't understand why people buy Beanie Babies. You know, it's the biggest, you know, and pay all this money. Why people buying baseball cards? Why is this thing going up? I would never buy a baseball. It's a piece of paper. Why would someone pay $10,000 for it? Yeah, you know what? Money's money because you're in the business. You're in the business of trading. Learn how to keep things simple. It's all you need to do, and that's what we teach you at CyberTrade University. We teach you how to think for yourself. Because if you're looking for somebody that's going to tell you what to get in and out of it, you're logged in the wrong room. You could, you know what? If you like someone that's front running, and that's okay, you know, some people like that. You know, somebody has this little crystal ball and will tell them what to buy, you know, because they think they're faster than the last guy that's going to hit the button. That's great. That's no problem. But let me tell you what we teach you at CyberTrade University. You know what? Just make a day's pay. Do you guys realize you trade 1,000 shares of stock if it moves 50 cents? That's $500 a day. That's a six-figure salary. That's a lot of money right there, guys. That's a lot of money. By the way, did you guys see, and let me tell you, like, I'm in a position right now. I'm going to share a position with you guys right now. Did you guys see the stock? Anybody heard about IQ today? Anyone heard about IQ? Anybody trade IQ? Anybody saw me? I've been chatting it and been pasting it on posts on my Twitter and my YouTube. No one saw it? Rich, nobody? Okay. Well, listen, I mean, here is an example of a winner. Look at this stock right here. Just yesterday it was $17. Look at it now. It's at 23. I mean, I'm not up a lot. I'm up $2,400, you know. and I kind of chased it. I bought it twice at 1950. This is the time that I bought it at 1023 and 1026. You know, how many of you guys would die right now to be up $2,500? How many of you guys would say, "Wow, Fausto, could you teach me how to do that?" I don't know. You guys want a piece of that? You want to know? I mean, what do you? Well, but or would you rather be stuck in AMD? What's AMD doing? Oh, let me trade Facebook at $185. Or how about this? I can't afford it, so I'll trade the options, you know, and I'll pay triple, you know, out there. You know, I mean, or you know what? Apple's doing great. Let me trade Apple. My God, Apple, $160. Wow, it's up 30 points. You know what the difference between Apple and IQ? About 10 times less money, right? So, guys, let's start stepping it and then take things seriously. Let's start getting involved in our dream job, okay? Let's stop pretending and let's start acting like professionals, and let's start really make money. So this is what you need, guys. I want, you know, I look at today as you interviewing us and knowing what Cyber Trading University stands for. And what we do here, guys, is we don't tell you what to buy and sell. We teach you how to think for yourself and buy on your own. First of all, it's illegal to do that unless you're registered. And number two, you need to go out there and figure it out on your own. And by the way, James, that just put that chat in there, okay? A loyal student's been a trader for over 2 years. And James, thanks for being here. And always thanks, James, for being there. And let me tell you, James, successful businessman. He was a producer, a movie producer. And you know what he said? Screw that. This is so much easier. I don't have to deal with actors and permits and raising money. And what do I need that for? I'm working for myself. He just, like anybody else, he just needed a mentor. And he's doing great, right, James? So what we're looking for here at Cyber Trading University is this. We're looking for serious traders, okay? Anybody here is doing it. I mean, I know it's a stupid question, but anyone here looking are just window shopping, or are you looking to do this seriously? How many people here are looking to make, you know, $250,000? Okay, because this is it. If you're looking to make $500,000, then you know options and swing trading is what you want to do. But if you're looking just to start off, maybe 50, 100, $250,000, day trading is the easiest. If you're looking to make more money, you know, obviously day trading is not for you. But this is what I'm going to offer all of you, okay? I want to invite all of you to come into our trading room, and I want you to judge us on the winners, but more importantly, on the losers. And I want you to see how we control them. And also, very important, I want you to judge us on our students. Look how they work together. Look how we don't have to tell them what to buy and sell. And then when you want to figure out and say, wow, how did they know that? Well, then that's when we'll decide if we want you to be part of the family. So for now, all we're asking is this. If you want to know why Cyber Trading University has partnered with some of the biggest brokerage firms and why we're the longest running school in the industry, and why these brokerage firms are putting their names on the line, because they know what we teach works. And let me tell you something right now, guys. You go do your homework. You go look at any other school, and I can almost personally guarantee you this. None of them will be endorsed as many schools as Cyber Trading University is. So this is what we're asking for. $7. That's it. $7. For $7, this is what you're going to get. You're going to get 1 week in our trading room. You're going to get 3 daily market meetings. You're going to get a morning and afternoon watch list, your own personal education advisor. You're going to get live Q&A trading sessions. And for the big bonus right now, for the first 20 people that register, you will get a free coaching class with me. Now, people always ask me, they're like, wait a minute. Okay, what's the catch? Wait, Fausto is going to talk to Hunter and Rex and Mark. Why would Fausto waste his time with me? I'm just a guy that just wants to, want to learn how to do this. I'll tell you why. Because first of all, if you can make a $7 investment, now I know you're a real person. Okay, that's number one. Okay, number two, after that $7, we're going to interview you and see if you're capable of doing this. Because let me tell you something, that $7 is going to be the best $7 you ever spent. Because you know what? At the end of the week, I don't need your $7. I'll give it back to you. Okay, listen, I don't make any money. That $7 even cover our webinar technology. But what it tells me is that you're not a competitor. You're not a robot. You're someone that's serious. And it's a big difference when someone spends $7 and spends $0. Okay. Now, Eric just posted up on the screen the 7 for 7. Click on that link right there, ladies and gentlemen. And like I told you, the first 20 people that register, I will personally give you a free coaching. And remember, there's over 200 people here, so you better start hitting that button pretty quick. All right. Now, does anyone have any questions in the meantime? Rex, do you teach money management on it if you become a member? Rex, listen, we're going to teach you how to be your own money management. That's what trading is all about. You don't need to go out there and, like one of the big things we teach is we'll teach you how to control your own losses. We'll teach you how to, money management is a very big, important tool. Psychology, discipline, you're going to get all that stuff. So let me tell you really quick right now, the first guy that registered, the fastest guy, I just want to make an announcement. He's from Texas, Friendswood. His name is Joseph Archiguli. I guess you're Italian like me. All right. First guy so far, Joseph. Welcome aboard. That was quick. No problem, Rex. Any other questions? All right. Bill from Chicago. Just got your registration. Welcome aboard. Look forward to teaching you. Mike. Wow, here you guys coming. I really see things coming in. Bill from Los Angeles, California. Welcome aboard. You're one of the lucky ones. Jill from London, UK. All right. Love the Canadian. Love the London. Welcome aboard. Let me see. Any other questions in here? Are students and your traders going long and short in trades or just long, Hunter's saying? Oh, no. Hunter, let me tell you something. Shorting is the best. Whatever goes up comes down twice as fast. We make a lot of money shorting. So we do a lot of shorting. Not as much as I would like, but we do shorting. And Hunter had another question. By the way, Hunter, I didn't see you register yet. You got a lot of great questions, but a lot of these are going to be answered. Robert Wiener from from Hartown, Pennsylvania. Got your registration. Hunter, what is the minimum account do you suggest for your system? You know what, Hunter, that's a misconception. You don't need a lot of money to do this. Everybody thinks you need a lot of money. That's like ridiculous. I mean, listen, we trade stocks $5, $10. Listen, if a $5 stock moves 50 cents on 1,000 shares, there's your 500. Do you need to do it on a $200 stock and spend $200,000? You don't need that. Peter Susan from Bafford, Maine, got your registration. All right. San, oh, he registered twice. Lance M from Florida. There you go, Boca, Florida. All right. Got a lot of people from Florida. I haven't seen a Canadian yet. We have a lot of Canadians in the room. So far, I got a little from everyone. Oh, wow. I don't even. Oh, Germany. Walter from Germany. Okay. Walter, got your registration. Look forward to talking to you. Let me see what we got here. Fabros has a question. Existing level 3 for Forex. Once again, I don't trade Forex, but if you want to learn Forex, there's only, like I said, send me an email and I will refer you to somebody that will teach you that. I personally just don't like Forex because you're dealing with the biggest banks and those markets don't really move. And if you're somebody that trades Forex because of the leverage, I'm telling you, if anyone here is trading because of leverage, I recommend you to close your brokerage account. You don't trade for leverage. You trade for a profit. Okay? I hear that excuse all the time. People are like, oh, but you got great leverage. Guys, you're not supposed to trade for leverage. Okay? Syosset Mazba from Syosset. That's where our office is. Look at that. That's the first local one I've seen in a long time. I mean, literally in our town. That's great. Got your registration. Pedro from Baton Rouge. All right. Got your registration. We're almost out of that 20. Harry from Illinois, from St. John's, Illinois. Now, let me explain something to you, everybody. Listen, I know there's a lot of you here that are not going to register, and I get it. It's okay. You know, listen, it's not for everybody, but I do want to recommend something that you guys better go out there and learn from somebody. Don't be self-taught. It's an 80% failure rate. But you know what? What do you have to lose? I mean, one of you here is saying, you know, I trade futures, I trade options. You know what? Make a $7 investment. Know what the truth about what day trading is, and you might can reconsider and says, wow, I didn't think it was this easy. I heard it was so much dangerous than I thought. I mean, this is great. Fausto was up almost $3,000 in the stock this morning. Hell, if I bought 100 shares of that stock, $1,900, I would have made $300. You know, I mean, that's what it's all about. Wiener from Feast from Germany. Got your registration. There you go. Looks like everyone's starting to register right now. There we go. Ellen from BC, Canada. All right, there we go. Ellen, you're my first Canadian. By the way, let me just, the reason why I bring this up, I would say there's about maybe 20 to 30% of the traders in my room are from Canada. I've been going to Canada for almost 15 years. And one thing you'll learn is that the U.S. market is just like the Canadian. You just have more liquidity, more volume, more of that stuff. By the way, everyone, just feel free asking questions unless you're in the middle of registering. By the way, we're almost sold out of the 20. So if you haven't done it already, you get the free coaching class with me. And by the way, if you don't get it with me, if you miss the 20, you could always, we'll let you have access to talk to one of our instructors. And think about it, guys. When was the last time you spoke to the owner? You know what's so funny? I was talking to somebody the other day, and he says, you know what, Fausto? I can't believe I'm talking to you. He says, I was with another school, and they won't even answer my email. You know, they won't even, and to talk to the guy that runs the room, I'm like, well, did you ever thought that maybe that guy is doing everything? Or and secondly, why would you want to be involved with somebody that's not going to treat you or talk to you? You know, how are you going to trust them? What you're doing? You know, I look at being a trader as somebody being a doctor, right? You won't go under the knife under somebody that you can't talk to. You would never do something and get surgery on someone if you didn't want to talk to the doctor. Well, you know what? You're out there investing money in trading. You tell me you can't talk to the owner. What kind of trader is that? By the way, Anthony, I just got your email, and I'll be happy to answer. I'll get back to you. John Carter, I got your email, and I'll just get back to you also. Just seeing you guys. I'm just reading these off. Jack from Sacramento, California, just got your registration. All right. By the way, if you guys have any issues or if you want to be able to do it a little quickly, you can call our office like Eric just posted, 877-70 cyber. That's 702-9237. Okay. All right, guys, we got about another minute or two. Any last minute questions? By the way, I hope you guys learned a lot today. So what did we learn? We learned about level 3. We learned about how brokerage firms trade against you. We learned how other schools are front running and using you to help them get out of positions. We learned about charts. We learned about being in a trading room. We learned about we got to get educated. Now, the next question is to take the $7 and go out there and having us interview you if this is for you or not. And hopefully you'll get your dream job, your six-figure salary job. Well, Gunter, listen, first of all, you're not supposed to be trading in the room. And if you spoke to the trader, I mean, your education advisor is supposed to be watching. And the thing is this, it's not about making money in the room. It's about seeing what the other traders are doing, if they're making money. And if that's something that you want to do, then we'll tell you how we move forward on it. That's how it works. Because remember, who taught you how to trade? It's not about being in a trading room. It's about seeing the other traders and see what they're doing. That's how you make money. All right, just 5 more registrations came in. Listen, this is what I'm going to do. I really feel bad. All right, this is what I'm going to do. Eric's texting me, and we went over the 20. Listen, the next, I'll do this. I might not be able to get back to you next week with my schedule because it takes, it takes a good time, like almost 30 minutes to talk to each one of you. For the next 20 that register right now, I'll throw it in there that I'll ask you. I'll do a coaching class for you, okay? So if you guys are still interested, if you missed the 20, looks like we went over, I'll throw another 20. Whatever, no big deal. Do you have a favorite stock scanner? Thank you, Chuck, for your time. Excellent lesson. Well, Chuck, listen, you don't have to worry about a scanner because we'll have that scanner going live in the trading room. You don't have to worry about spending money for that. Okay, Ralph, I got your registration. Calgary, Alberta. Love Calgary. I was up there in Red Deer. I did a coaching class. I was in Red Deer, Alberta. Saw a bunch of moose. Never really saw a moose in the wild before, but was out in Banff. Great town, great, beautiful area. Look forward to talking to you, Ralph. I took the trial last week. What would be the next process? Well, the next process is, did you talk to your education advisor? And he'll tell you what the next process is, what you need to do. And by the way, if you can't start it immediately, you can always postpone it. All right. So by the way, you guys have to start right away. Okay. All right, guys, listen, I got to get ready for my class. It's coming up. Sorry for the, got to cut it short. We went over about 20 minutes. I think it was more than worth it. So hopefully everybody learned a lot. Listen, guys, it's not for everybody. Okay. So with that said, listen, get a mentor, do it right. But I'm telling you right now, you want to make money, you better learn before if you want to earn, because this is a huge failure rate. You have brokerage firms trading against you. You got other trading rooms that are front running against you. See what the real truth of trading. See why we've been in business for 25 years. See why we're doing education for some of the biggest brokerage firms. And not only that, see why some of our brokerage firms will even pay for your education. You think education is expensive? How about I have a brokerage firm paying it for you? Wouldn't that be great? Imagine going to Harvard University for free. All right? You just got to get in. Well, that's what the $7 is all about. So let's start from there and work our way through the list. All right, guys? Good luck. Thank you, staff, Eric, everybody. Welcome. Appreciate your help and all our partners that helped to make this possible. See you all guys in the trading room.